It was a warm summer night when my friend Alex and I decided to go on a camping trip in the nearby woods. We had been planning it for weeks and were both excited for a weekend of adventure and relaxation. We set up camp and spent the evening roasting marshmallows and sharing scary stories around the campfire. As the night went on, we both started to feel tired and decided to call it a night. We crawled into our tents and soon fell asleep. However, in the middle of the night, I was abruptly awoken by a strange noise. It sounded like someone or something was moving around outside. I assumed it was just an animal and tried to go back to sleep, but then I realized that Alex was nowhere to be found. I called out his name, but there was no response. I started to feel a sense of panic and got out of my tent to look for him. As I walked around the campsite, I saw that his tent was unzipped and his sleeping bag was empty. There was no sign of him anywhere. I began to search the surrounding woods, calling out his name, but there was still no response. After a few hours of searching, I started to feel hopeless and decided to return to the campsite to wait until morning. The next morning, I contacted the local authorities and reported Alex as missing. The search party was quickly assembled, and we spent the next few days combing the woods, but there was no sign of him. It was as if he had vanished into thin air. Months passed, and there was still no sign of Alex. I couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right about his disappearance. One night, I woke up to the sound of footsteps outside my house. I looked out the window and saw a figure standing in my front yard. As I squinted to get a better look, I realized that it was Alex. He was disheveled and appeared to be in a trance-like state. I rushed outside to greet him, but he didn't seem to recognize me. He mumbled something about being lost in the woods and then abruptly ran off into the night. I tried to follow him, but he disappeared into the darkness once again. To this day, Alex's disappearance remains a mystery. I'm haunted by the memories of that camping trip and the strange events that followed. I don't know what happened to my friend that night, but I know that something truly terrifying must have taken place.